things have gone badly wrong, man. Like, we're getting attacked by, you know, in some cases even getting attacked by fans.
Ray Parley came on and they were saying stuff like, you know, you're toxic, you know, the clubs, you make more money off Arsenal losing.
Hold on, you're controversial. That's the only reason you're on TalkSport. You're not on there for your good looks. Yeah. I'm not good with Simon Jordan, no, because this guy is a bit bitter, in my opinion. Like, no problem, you don't like it, don't watch it. If you listen to fools, you're a fool yourself. And Tate brothers, I mean, whatever you think of them, it's come to social media, and they are geniuses. So Donald Trump understands the power.
Rigged. Robbie, listen, I'm not aware this is done. We're no rigging. All right.
But I walked away from that.
You disheartened a bit.
I was a bit disheartened.
Robbie, thank you for joining the podcast. Appreciate it.
No problem, man.
Now, if you don't know Robbie, I don't know where you've been. He's got 5.43 million followers across the platforms. YouTube 2.17 with the 2 channels. And 2.25 billion views. And Robbie's going to tell me he's got more than that.
I've got more than that.
Have you?
It's more than that, because we've got some other channels as well.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, you know, it's quite a big following.
Yeah.
And the most important thing, which I always say, is a very engaged audience.
Right,
because I always look at followers as a bit of a vanity figure, you know. Okay. Everybody's like, oh, I've got 1 million followers, or 100,000 followers, this, that, but it's about your audience being engaged, about your audience interacting with what you do, and that's the most important thing, you know? Because you can have 1 million followers, but what if nobody's watching? What if nobody's engaging? Yeah. So that's the most important thing. And
you've got to work hard to get that engagement from the audience. You guys have worked hard, haven't you?
Very hard. You have to value your audience. You have to talk to them. You have to come up with great content. And you have to come up with it consistently. Yeah. So, you got to work hard. If you've got so many people following you, you've got to work hard for them.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
And you've been up since morning and you've come in here and all that way, your work ethic's crazy. Yeah. And we have these conversations when I meet Robbie, and Robbie's got so much knowledge and wisdom and also work ethic, which I want to get out to the audience. Yeah. But Robbie, you know, growing up from Luton.
Yeah, originally, well, I'm originally from London.
London.
Right, then moved to Luton, then moved back to London, right? But I went to school in Luton, and yeah, it was a good, you know, Luton's a real gritty place, you know, and, you know, lots of learning there, you know. And yeah, you know, my parents, originally when they came to this country from Jamaica, they were in London. And then my dad, you know, he wanted to buy his own place, you know, so he always had that in him. He's like, I want to be renting, and so I want to buy my own place. And the only place he could afford to get somewhere was in Luton. So that's why we ended up in Luton.
Right, Fred. Yeah. You didn't bump into the Tate brothers, did you? Or Tommy Robinson?
No, I did it, I know.
But Luton's blown up these days, all the followers.
There's some notorious people going for Luton, man.
I know.
I've never actually, I know some people who do know the Tate brothers, but I've never actually met them.
Yeah.
But it's true, Luton's got some, you know, quite notorious people that, yeah, those Tate brothers, I mean, whatever you think of them, I mean, when it does come to social media, how to, you know, with audiences, and they are geniuses.
The geniuses, there's
unfortunately, you know, I don't know about all the other stuff that comes with them, but with what they've done on social media, geniuses.
Yeah, and they were doing it for some time before. Everyone thinks they blew up overnight, but if you look at the older videos, they were doing that same stuff. And a good friend of mine, Rob Moore, just interviewed Andrew Tate and Bonnie Blue, which was a crazy...
That's a combination.
And it blew up the internet because people, if they're fascinated with weird, like, different stories. But like I said, like you have, I don't know the other stuff, what they do. I just plug into some of the stuff about their, you know, we're in business, and how they make us content, how it's going viral, the message. What, right? He's a genius.
So one thing I do, right, is I like to study and look at how people make content. And so I watch a lot of content, or I'll study people who are not in my field, they're not in sports and that. And sometimes not that I agree with what they say or whatever, but just sometimes there are learnings from some of these people. So, and there are people who understand the power of social media, because there are big companies and big brands out there that don't understand the power of what I call new media. Then you've got some people out there, and they're not always everybody's favorite people, who do understand it. So Donald Trump understands the power of social media. He first thing he did when he was running for his election, right, is he said he's not going to ban TikTok. So that went down very well with anybody who's because loads, lots of people use TikTok. But then he used social media well. He didn't just go on the traditional TV media. He went on things like Joe Rogan. There was more people watched that than watch some of these programs that are on the traditional stations. He knew that, he sussed that out, and he was able to, have a really effective campaign.
Won the election.
Ended up him winning the election for a second time. He's really smart when it comes to to understand, no matter what you think of him. But because there are people out there who don't understand. Yeah,
but you're studying the art. You're looking at how he's doing it, and actually, you said you study the people. One of my friends, Patrick McDavid, he went on his podcast, and Grant Cardone as well. And what Patrick said was his son Barron actually spoke to Donald. Donald listened to everyone and said, "Look, you've got to go on the podcast." So what Donald Trump is good at, he listens, doesn't he? Like we listen, but some people are set in their ways.
Yeah, you can't be. Well, you know what? It's the same thing like with me when it comes to my platforms. I listen to the guys that I have in my team. You know what I mean? I don't look on it and think to myself, well, you know what? I started this, and I'm one of the pioneers of this. So you lot, that's cool. Yeah, I know what I'm talking about. I don't look on it like that at all. I'm like, these guys, they watch more on social media than me. They're younger. They get it. So when they come to me and they say, Robbie, have you seen this new trend? We need to jump on it. Have you seen this new way of doing this? Have you watched this guy and seen the way he does? It's not about copying, but it's about learning. Yeah. And that way you stay up to date. That way you stay in tune with what people like. But if you start to get stuck in your ways, you're in trouble. Yeah. You really are in trouble. It's just like it's a bit like football, isn't it? In football, there'll be new ways of playing, new styles of playing, new ways of doing things. And a lot of times you see teams start to get caught out because they just play the same way. Or Arsene Wenger at Arsenal, when he first came in, he was so innovative with everything he did, but then he became stuck in his ways. Right. He didn't want to change. He didn't want to adapt to a lot of the changes in football, and then he started to decline. Yeah. So you've got to adapt, and you've also got to let the people that are around you give them their reign, give them their chance to, because a lot of times they can bring a lot to the table.
You brought football in so early, but like Ange Postecoglou, I'm a Tottenham fan, but me and
I can't believe this.
Expressions. But Ange Postecoglou, if you watch last season, he just wouldn't change.
Until the final.
To the final, exactly.
Until the final, and then he changed. He went with a pretty negative style, but that's what they needed to do, and he won the Europa League. But one of his the two managers, him, Ange Postecoglou, and Ruben Amorim, right? Look how bad a season they had in the league. Yeah. Both of them, Ange changed towards the end. Yeah. They wouldn't change their style. No. So teams knew their style. They're going to play Man United. We know they're playing three at the back. They're not going to change from that. It's going to be the same style. So we've worked out a way to get in behind them, do them in transition, and that's what was happening to them week in, week out. He wouldn't change it up. Yeah. Same thing with Spurs. You know what? We know because Ange plays this really high line. He's refusing to change it. All right, we'll just wait. We'll sit in. We'll win the ball back, and we'll just get it down the other end of the pitch quickly, and we'll hurt them that way again in transition. And both of them were just getting done week in, week out. You've got to have, in life, you've got to have a plan. You've got to have a plan B. You've got to have a way of adapting to things. They didn't, and they got punished. Yeah, and I think they must know. They're intelligent people. For some reason, I think that success before, like you said, every day. It's the same in everything we do, because, these politicians like Joe Biden, and they'll be intelligent people. They won't be where they are without being intelligent, but they're stuck in their way. If you get stuck in your way, I don't care how intelligent you are, you get stuck in your ways and you start to believe that it's my way, I know what you don't listen to people. you get passed. You get done. I mean, it's as simple as that.
Yeah.
So, especially nowadays with modern technology and the way things work, if you're not up to date, if you're not constantly evolving, look at all AI and all these things now.
Yeah. You're finished. AI just made it even faster. But Robbie, you talk a lot about this change, which I love. Was this, when you were growing up at school, and was any entrepreneurship within you then, growing up?
Always, yeah.
Always. So what were you doing? What kind of things?
I done everything. My mum used to say, right, God rest her soul, she used to say, boy, can't you keep still? You're always doing something. You're always trying to do this or do that. But, and they were sort of very traditional parents where they just wanted me to get a job.
Yeah.
And do that job and stop all this,
nonsense.
Yeah. But me, I just liked, I was just be like, I was involved in music.
Right, yeah.
Right, so at a young age, and I was doing pretty well at it. I made a couple of tunes.
How old were you then?
Oh, them times, I was in like probably from 18
college
onwards to up to about, my 30s I was doing music,
Wow. Yeah.
And a lot of times I was working at the same time.
Yeah.
I was in the reggae industry, so you couldn't always, I stopped working and was doing it full time for about 5 years.
Yeah.
And then I had to start working again because, that's how the music business runs.
Yeah.
But even when I was doing music, I'd be like performing at a place and I'd be like, this promoter paid me £300 to perform here.
Yeah.
I'm looking around, I'm like, there's about 500 people here, man. They even charge £10 to get in. Well, I could do this myself.
Yeah.
So I'd be very early on, I started keeping my own things as well as just waiting for people to book me out to do shows. Yeah. So I started a little promotion thing and I'd do that. And then I did okay with that. So then I'd, promote other things, other events and bring other artists and that. So I've had a market stall where I sold clothes. I remember back in the day, I used to, I had a friend of mine who I went to college with and he moved to New York.
Yeah.
And that time, all the rage was like all the American clothing, you know what I mean? They used to have all these mates, Carl Canai, Fubu, Sean John.
Yeah.
Which did his thing. Maybe that wouldn't be the coolest thing to wear now. And I remember going to America and see that they're selling all these things. Mm-hmm. And, it's quite, when you did the exchange rate, it's quite cheap. So I came back and I set something up. First of all, I set up something in Luton in a market store there, and I was selling clothes there. Then I did another one when I was back in London now. I set one up when I was in Shepherd's Bush Market. Wow. So I used to go over to America, buy clothes.
Buy the store, okay.
Right, and then bring them back and sell them. Right, and for a couple of years you
go back and forth to
back
America.
and forth. Sometimes I'd go to New York sometimes 3 times, 4 times for the month.
Wow.
Because you could get cheap flights.
Yeah.
So I'd go there, just load up my bags and all that with lots and lots of clothes from over there and come back. And then I remember there used to be a lot of, people who would, they loved that sort of clothing because they used to see them all the rap videos.
Yeah.
But you couldn't get it. Later on, the big wholesalers and that really cottoned onto it.
Right.
So, then that business sort of fell down. But after me, I just always hustling. I was always hustling, man. Always trying something, always trying a thing, as we say.
How did you keep going? Because a lot of people, they try things and they give up, then they start again. You must have had some great willpower to keep going. Did you have anyone guiding you, telling you you can do it?
Not really. I'd say in those times, I'd be a good entrepreneur, but not the greatest businessman because, I'm just it's almost like hustling kind of thing. I'm going, so with that clothing thing, I didn't do it well enough.
Right.
And so it was quite easy for later on for other people to just move in on what I was doing. If I'd have been doing it better, I had that entrepreneurship, but probably I didn't have the business savvy within me. But I learned a lot of lessons from those times. And I think that started to set me up. I've owned a nightclub. I've right, as I said, run promotion company. I've done lots of little things, man. As I said, that's why my mum is saying. And then, but then I'd also be working as well. I do, you know, so a lot of times that would be like my side hustle and things like that. Sometimes permanent hustle. And then after a while, I was like, yeah, you know what?
No.
I need to go and get a job. So I then sort of retrained myself to become a building surveyor. And then I was working doing that for quite a few years. And then I started again getting that, you know, it's like, people, you know, I'll be like, it's a good job and everything.
Yeah.
And I actually enjoyed the job. I was like, it's something else I want to be doing, man. And then that's when I started thinking about the idea for AFTV, because I'm a lifelong Arsenal fan.
I was going to say the next.
Yeah, lifelong Arsenal fan. And one of my friends who, me and him used to go to Highbury together when Arsenal was at Highbury. He was a season ticket holder as well. And we'd done a little business in the past that did all right. And then it sort of went all pear-shaped, right?
Yeah.
But we're still good friends. And I see him doing a channel. So he had a boxing channel.
Boxing channel, okay.
Yeah, it's called IFLTV. Still got it to this day. Coogan Cassius.
Yeah.
Good friend.
Doing well. He's doing well.
And I see him, I was like, Coogan, this thing you're doing is right, man. I like it, man. And like, well, you could do this for football.
Yeah.
He's going, here, but Robbie, how are you going to get all the players? Because he gets all the top boxers.
Yeah, he does. He's done well.
I said, no, I don't want to get the boxers. I want to speak to fans, because we never hear from fans, right? Yeah. Everything's just, you know, I'm not really interested, to be honest, in interviewing players, because a lot of them, they don't really give you a good... I want to speak to fans, because I go, the conversations me and you have before and after a game and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So I really wanted him to join up with me and do it, because, you know, obviously he had experience in filming and editing, and I had none. I didn't even have a social media account.
What year was this?
This would have been around about 2011.
2011, okay, yeah.
And I'm sort of saying to him, I remember I put together a little proposal and I brought it to him, and he said, Robbie, I'll be honest with you, I'm too busy with my thing. So I was like, what am I going to do?
You took your business plan, you just like...
My business plan, you just went from there to...
You spent days on it,
Right, so I'm just like, what am I going to do? You know, this is it now, and I can't do it, because I don't know, I ain't got a clue. And then one day I just thought, man, I'm not going to make this dream die. I remember I was in America, I went to a men's conference there, and there's a pastor was talking on this men's conference. Right. And he said something in that. He said, if any of you, the conference was, they was touching on business for some reason here.
Right.
And he goes, if any of you have got a business idea, because he goes, you know the problem with people, they have good business ideas and stuff like that. Sometimes they have dreams, and they never follow it through. And he goes, do you know how many? He goes, you know how many great ideas, you know how many great people have dreams and that, and they just make it get suppressed and they never do it. And he goes, I challenge every man here, if you've got a dream or a business idea, when you leave here, go and execute it. And it's like, it seemed like this guy was talking, I felt like he was talking to me, because I'd had this idea.
Yeah.
And I was just like, I was determined after that. I was like, you know what? That's like a sign. I'm gonna do this thing. And I went back to England. A friend of mine that I knew, I said to him, I go, listen, I'm doing this thing, Arsenal Fan TV. I want you to build me a website, blah, blah, blah. And he said, yeah. And then he rang me up a couple of days later and he goes, Robbie, I've been sort of looking through your idea, man. It's pretty cool. He goes, I know a little bit about YouTube, you know. He goes, I know how to film and edit.
Right.
So I said, is it? I go, when did you start doing that? He goes, now I sort of help out at a little studio sometimes. So, and he goes, I could probably get you, because I had also I was doing the idea, I had no money to do that, right?
Yeah.
So he goes, you know what? He goes, you're going to need a camera and all that and things like that. He goes, but I could borrow a camera from the studio and a microphone. And I said, yeah, get that, man, thing. And then, borrowed all that. And then he just, you know, he joined up with me, and then we just turned up at Arsenal, started interviewing fans, and it started from there.
So did you have a plan of where you're going to go with the AFTV, or just a case of, right, Did you have a forecast? You thought, this is
No, not really. I just had the idea, and I was just like, first thing I'm going to do is just execute it.
Yeah.
I had a plan. My plan was, right, I'm going to do every home game.
Right, okay.
And interview fans. But I didn't really, because the problem I had with what I was doing is it's never been done before.
It's new.
So this is something brand new.
Yeah.
It's never been done before. So I've got nothing to gauge it off of. I don't know. I really don't know. Like, it's a complete disruption play.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I couldn't really make a plan. All I could sort of do is think about, I said to my guy right from the start, I said, what are we going to do, right? It's okay, let's not concentrate on making money. Let's just make great content. I'm sure if we make great content, money's going to come.
Yeah.
So that's what I just concentrated on. And I remember we did the first game, which actually was against Tottenham, right?
Did you win?
Of course we won, man. 5-2, right? That was the first game we ever did, right? And then I said to my guy, oh, do you know what? It's not a bad reaction when you consider, because I remember like there was a couple of videos, they did like 100 views.
Yeah.
And we were high-fiving each other.
100 views, 100 people.
Yeah, and that's what, you know what I mean? I'm thinking, wow, that's amazing. And then I'm like, you know what? We were only going to do home games, but let's go and try an away game next week.
Yeah.
And then we had Aston Villa away, the next game. We went and done that. And again, the reaction was unreal. And like people were saying, oh, I didn't know what it looked like outside. That's the first time I knew that's how it looks like outside a football ground.
All right, you can see it, yeah.
So I realised that we're giving people a real insight as well. And yeah, from there I was just like, we've got to do every game. Even though I was like, I don't know where we're going to get the money from, but we have to do every game. And from then on, we just started doing every single game.
Yeah.
And over a period of time, with the consistency and with determination and hard work and everything, we just started to build a real following. And as I said, there's no blueprint for it. So it was really hard to forecast. And And then the other thing is about YouTube at that time is you go to people and you say, yo, how do you make money? What's that? Explain to, and nobody want to tell you. It was almost like some sort of closed shop, like you go and ask someone, oh, I don't know. Like, but you've got a thing, you've got a channel in it. How do you make money? Nobody wanted to tell you stuff. So it was completely, you're in the dark.
Right.
But I don't know, I just had belief that this could be something.
When did it blow up then? When did it blow up? So you put because every YouTuber now watching this, they're inspired by you. So obviously they're starting. So you put the first few videos, you get the 100 views. And most people now will see 100 views as like that. Oh, you just forget it. You know what I mean?
There's a lot of people.
They want millions of views straight away.
Yeah, they want millions of views straight away. It don't work like that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You got to earn your way to that. You know, I always say to people, even if you did one video, and you got 1 million views off your first video, you probably wouldn't get that off the next one. I mean, I've seen lots of people go viral, blow up, big video.
That could be worse in a way because you just
and then they just don't know how to follow it up.
Yeah.
You're better off building it up to that organically, you know?
Yeah.
So, it was just, when it started to blow up, it's like after the first year, I started to see, like, you know, we went from like zero. I can't remember when we hit 100,000 subscribers, but I think it was in the second year of doing it, we got to 100,000 subscribers. And that was a moment. I remember when we hit 60,000 subscribers, and I was like, wow, that's the same amount of people that's in the Emirates Stadium.
Yeah, if you look
I was like, I can't believe this. This is ridiculous, you know? And then I remember when we hit 100,000, I was like, this is amazing. And as well, especially what pleased me is that there were people telling me, I remember there was the guy who used to work at YouTube at the time. I think he still does, but he moved to LA. And I was talking to him one day. I was at some YouTube event that I managed to sneak into, right? And I was chatting to him. And he was an Arsenal fan, so he knew the channel.
Right.
Them times we were still quite small, right? And I was going, what do you reckon? And he goes, yeah, I've seen a couple of your videos, Robbie, but the only thing is, he goes, I don't think you'll get beyond about 10,000 subscribers max.
10,000.
Because he goes, you can't show footage because you don't have the rights to it. You're not able to interview players and stuff like that. I say, yeah, but we're interviewing fans. We're doing it different. He goes, yeah, but he goes, I don't think that will really. He goes, I'm just giving you my honest opinion of it.
Yeah, yeah.
And I remember I walked away from that.
Be disheartened a bit.
I was a bit disheartened because I was thinking, boy, you know, I mean, I'm going, I was hoping the guy was going to say to me,
that
this is going to blow up and that. And, I was really deflated a bit. But then I remember the next day I was like, you know what? I'm going to show these men that this will do 10,000. Nah, we'll get more than that. This thing can take off, man. This can be big. I'm going to show it. Yeah. And we did. And I remember when we got 100,000, right, I saw him again, right?
Yeah.
And he said, Robbie, because anytime you hear me talk, don't listen. Don't listen to nothing I say. And that's the thing. When you're doing something new that no one's kind of done before, that's it. You ain't really got nothing to gauge it off. You are in the dark, but you just got to believe.
You've got to, I think this is the new generation. I'm a bit older, and obviously we're towards the 50s, and what's in our audio, Robbie? But do you know what I mean? It's a case of nowadays, we have that conversation when we're talking is, people get disheartened very quickly.
Very, too quick.
But you said to me something interesting in the last conversation. Tell me any person that's made it, that's not had heartbreak or not had challenges.
100%.
I can't name them, can you? We've had our challenges.
Look at some of the biggest YouTubers right now in this country. Someone like a KSI, who, I know him. I've seen that guy's journey. Number one, he's been doing YouTube for ages. Yeah. A lot of people think this guy's been around. He's been doing YouTube for literally since its inception.
Yeah.
Right? So he's had a long time at it. He's had serious setbacks. I remember there was one time when he came off YouTube for about a long period of time. Now he's one of the biggest YouTubers in the world.
Yeah.
Is it Jake Paul? Remember he had that thing, he had some incident where it was something he did in Japan or some that suicide.
Yeah, I remember that. They both got.
And they were going to people saying he should be cancelled. This and that. He's finished. The guy now, he's come back. Man's one of the biggest YouTubers in the world. The man's doing boxing fights, selling out things that him and his brother. I mean, so you're going to have setbacks. You're going to have and it takes time. Like you can't. I was speaking at a school this morning. And I was saying that to the kids. I was like, listen, think of it as a journey.
Yeah.
So if you're doing this podcast or if I'm doing my thing, when you start, it's a journey, right? No matter who you are or how good you are, how good you think you are, it's going to take time. You need some patience and you need to think of it as a journey. And I use the analogy, two analogies. Number one, schools.
Yeah.
I'm like, you guys turn up. You don't just turn up to high school and then go up to the teacher and say, actually, sir, can I do my GCSEs tomorrow?
Yeah.
No, you've got to learn. You spend years learning how to you get to that stage to take that. Then you've got to, if you pass that, you then got to study for your A-levels. Yeah. If you pass that, there's another process to becoming, to getting your degree.
Yeah.
They can't skip that.
No.
You'll have the odd kid. There's some super whiz who maybe, and even he wouldn't be able to do it immediately. And then I said to them, think of a football academy, right? I said, Messi, Ronaldo, the best footballers of our generation, they didn't just turn up, Messi didn't just turn up to Barcelona and say, I'm the best player. And they put him in the first team the next day. He had to come through the academy.
Yeah.
All right, he made it into the team young, but he had to come through the academy. He had to do his learning. Same with Cristiano Ronaldo, had to come through the academy before then playing for Sporting Lisbon. Then he got his move to Man United. Then from Man United, he went to... It's a journey.
We don't see that bit. We don't see that.
Right, so people, if you think that you're just going to turn on your camera today and it's just going to blow in one day, 1 week, even 1 year, it's not.
No.
You've got to be patient. You've got to treat it as a journey. And you've got to concentrate on making great content. And if you do all those things, it's going to come.
Yeah.
And sometimes, as I said, you get the odd person who just does a video and bang, viral. But sometimes they can't sustain that. It's very difficult because it's, like you said, it's come too early. So you're like, what do I do next? Like, how do I follow that up? That's what I like in music, isn't it? Where you get one-hit wonders. Where you'll have a guy who just blows up overnight. But then he doesn't know what...
You kind of feel sorry for him after because...
because, he doesn't know what to tune to do next. Whereas you get some other, sometimes you see some of these bands. And you see they've been playing for 3 years at various venues around. And then when they get their break now, they know how to handle it better. They got more of a bit of a catalogue of music. They've sort of done their craft in, playing around various small clubs and bars. And so be patient, treat it as a journey.
Yeah.
I mean, because we are living in a time now where everybody just wants it overnight.
Yeah.
And I can't think of many people who are successful that
Overnight.
overnight. I can't.
Yeah.
I don't really know any.
And any,
Do you know any? I don't.
No.
Really.
And if you study the lottery winners, when they get that money, they're obviously not been in business for so long.
Exactly.
You know that if you got money 25 years ago, if you got millions of pounds or whatever, you'd blow that on stupid things.
Definitely. Like what that thing you say about lottery winners is so true. Because that's another one. Like you get somebody win the lottery.
Yeah.
And how many times do they lose it in quick time? Do they, they blow all the money because they've never had that. They've never handled that money before. It's like they don't know how to deal with it. They don't know all the issues that come.
That's correct.
When you start to earn money, right? The hawks that start to come down and try to take advantage of you. The
authority, taxes, everything.
Taxes.
For you.
All of a sudden, you get loads of girlfriends.
Yeah.
You get. Yeah, I mean, it's listen.
Crazy.
You. Whereas if you're starting to build
and invest slowly,
you start to see the pitfalls. Say, dang it, you ain't catching me with that. You know.
Yeah.
So, the overnight thing, and even if you do win the lottery, that's what is that 1 in a million.
Probably more.
Right, whereas most other people ain't going to win no lottery, right? So you've got to be patient. You've got to be, and you've got to, in business, it's a journey, and you must learn from your mistakes because you're going to make them. I've made loads.
Yeah.
And I try to always learn from them.
If you're not making mistakes, then you're not moving forward.
Yeah.
Because you learn from mistakes.
Yeah.
And you can't get it right. But talking about money, I reckon AFTV, when you came, you disrupted legacy media. And that's about 60 billion. And I know time's gone past, but I was watching some clips with Simon Jordan coming on. That moment in time, I think it was about 5 years ago, when Simon Jordan came on, Ray Parler came on, and they were saying stuff like, you're toxic, the clubs, you make more money off Arsenal losing, that kind of stuff. Looking back now, because that time must have been tough for you, because a lot of it came on you. Looking back now, what have you learned? And they're actually following your model now because Gary Neville's got the overlap. And he's got the fun.
Yeah.
So if you think about it, they were attacking you then, but how do you feel now?
Well, like what you just said there, now they're all copying it.
Yeah.
Right, so that just shows...
But that could have destroyed you at that time. Because they were hard on you,
you had to, listen, I had to stand strong because, we're getting attacked by, in some cases even getting attacked by fans. Like, some Arsenal fans saying, you're just taking advantage of the club. You know what I mean? Because they listening to that narrative, And I just had to just stay strong and say, listen, I'm determined that, I've worked too hard for this business. And in my mind, I'm like, I know why these guys are attacking me. Because we are disrupting a traditional industry that's been the same way for a long time. And now all of a sudden, fans are doing videos and they're getting more views than traditional media and stuff like that. So they don't like it. And that's why they're attacking me. And I had to stand firm and, just...
That interview was brutal. That interview with Simon Jordan, I watched a clip of it. It was going back and forth.
Yeah. I mean, listen, he was attacking me.
But you were doing well, though. The way you held your... that's amazing.
To me, I'm like, you can attack as much as you want, but I back what I do, what I mean? And he was trying to say... It was almost like he was trying to say that, you just have fans on that, are controversial.
Yeah.
And when you look... I'm thinking, well, hold on, you're controversial. That's the only reason you're on TalkSport. You're not on there for your good looks.
Yeah.
You're on there because you're controversial, right? And then just some of the narratives that I've heard over the years, if I was to give you £1 for every time someone says to me, I bet you do better when you lose, and stuff like that. And I'm like, what is this rubbish?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We are there at every single game, win, lose or draw.
Yeah.
We'll be at games, especially in the early days, that made no financial sense at all.
Yeah.
But because I wanted to be consistent, we're always at those games.
Yeah.
Right? Whereas these people that are saying this stuff, they're not at those games.
No,
they're not,
no.
So I wasn't deterred by them.
I think because he was saying shut it down, I was like, that's a bit tough.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? You built
I mean?
so much.
Yeah, I think, if you listen to, they say, I think if you listen to fools, you're a fool yourself, innit?
Yeah.
So I ain't listened to none of that.
Yeah.
And, it just, like you said, it makes you then laugh when you see them a few years on
Yeah.
starting their own podcast.
Fan zone and
doing it, you know what I mean? So,
are you good with them now? Are you good with them now?
I'm not good with Simon Jordan.
No, you're not good with him.
He's still always slagging us off.
Oh, really? Still?
I'm not good with Gary Neville.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
You had that meet-up with Gary Neville, I think.
Yeah, we had that meet-up with Gary Neville. And I've even been on the overlap a few times. I even hosted the overlap.
Oh, did you? Oh, okay.
Yeah. So I'm good with Gary Neville. I'm good with the majority, with most of them. I'm not good with Simon Jordan, no, because this guy is a bit bitter, in my opinion. Like, he's just always talking about AFTV. I'll just be randomly just always hearing him. I think he was affected by that interview, you know what I mean? Like, he's just always going on. He's just like, I think he expected me to come in there and just lose my temper and this and that. And I'm like, I ain't losing my temper because I back what I do and, you know, I believe in what I do. And you know what? What we're doing, we're making a real impact, not just in the UK, you know, but around the world. You know what I mean? I've been around the world with this. I've seen the impact that it's making around the world.
Well, you were saying off air about Qatar, and people getting in contact with you around the world that you won't think about. You have to pinch yourself. You were saying like, you were like getting messages, you think, is it really contacting me? But
yeah, they're like,
making a difference.
Around the world, like you know, so recently we've been doing some amazing content in Africa.
Yeah.
Where, you know, that was sort of a thing that I wanted to do. I wanted to go over to Africa. We see the amount of football fans and the passionate fans that I have in Africa. So I went to Nigeria. We did some stuff there. It was amazing. And since that, we've done Ghana, Sierra Leone, and we've done Kenya recently. I mean, I've been in those countries and been invited to meet the president.
Wow.
When I was in Sierra Leone, the president invited us to meet him.
Yeah.
You know, when we was in Ghana, you know, the British High Commissioner invited us to a residence and said, listen, the work you've been doing is amazing, right? And the impact you're making. So why am I listening to Simon
That's what you've got to focus on.
Yeah. I mean, when we went to Australia, I got mobbed. When we go to America, it's ridiculous. I've not seen him go to any of them places.
Do you think you get a lot more here in the UK? You get a lot more backlash, like, you know, obviously, or does...
Yeah, listen, it comes with the territory. You know what I mean? There are going to be some people who don't really like what you do. You just have to accept that. You know what I mean? You can't please everybody. You know what I mean? You've got people out there that they're icons, they're famous people that lots and lots of people love, like a David Beckham. But then you speak to somebody else, I hate Beckham.
Yeah.
You're like, why do you hate Beckham for?
Yeah.
Why? What's he done? I don't know, I just hate him.
Yeah.
So, I mean, you got to accept that it's human. Listen, with me, I watch TV, right? The difference between me and, say, maybe someone like a Simon Jordan or something like that is that I watch TV, like something like Love Island.
Yeah.
My daughter loves Love Island, yeah?
Right.
Me, I don't really like Love Island. It's not my type of show.
Yeah.
But I respect it because, you know what? I might not like it, but they've got millions of people that like it and they've got a engaged audience and they keep coming back and doing series after series. So they're doing something seriously right. Just because I don't like it, so what? You know what I mean? They don't care that I don't like it.
You know you're going to get me in trouble now because my wife likes it, I hate it. And I'm like, switch it off, switch it off.
Yeah, so it'd be a similar thing with AFTV. You're going to have some people that, you know, absolutely love it. You're going to have some people who don't like it. No, you can't then get het up. Yeah. And because everybody doesn't like what you do. It don't work like that.
That's what makes a drama in a sense, isn't it?
Yeah. So me, I don't really have a problem. I have a problem when people like what he was doing was just negative. All right, you don't like it, cool.
Just move on.
No problem. You don't like it, don't watch it.
But that's what he's on TalkSport for, isn't he?
Yeah.
To create that.
And listen, he does what he does and he's good at what he does, right? But, you know what I mean? I'm focused on what we're doing. I see what we do. I see what we do around the world. There's things we do around the world I ain't seen him do.
Yeah.
Right? So, you know what I mean? Like, we was in Kenya the other day. We did a watch party. Right? We had 2,000 people on a day when it was like a monsoon watching that game with us. We went to Ghana, we had 1,000 people. When we just do this stuff over and over again, right? Yeah. So I'm happy with the direction we're going.
Did you ever have a moment where you thought, you know, like it got so bad that I'm going to walk away from this? Ever had that?
Never.
You always keep positive.
Never. Like I've had moments. I've had horrible moments sometimes in doing this. As I said, right, there's no blueprint. There's no, so sometimes you make bad mistakes, right? And things have gone badly wrong, man.
What's one of the bad mistakes you've done? Can you remember any?
There's a few, man. I don't even know if I really want. I don't really want to. I don't really want to talk about some of them, but they've been. I've made some bad errors of judgment. I've made some bad mistakes and stuff like that. I'm like, I look back on it and think, if I had that chance again, I'd do it differently. But what's happened is I've learned from the mistakes. So when situations like that have happened again, I've known how to deal with it better.
Yeah.
But I never thought about walking away. I've taken those moments. I've been under pressure. I've been under serious pressure because like I've found a lot of times when we've messed up, which everybody does, it's like, because again, we were sort of disruptors and new, we got untold pressure. Like they were trying to shut us down, you know what I mean? But I've just like stood strong.
Because they made you change your name at one point because you were Arsenal Fan TV originally. Was that the
name? Yeah, we actually changed the name ourselves. We wanted to change the name because it was a bit close to, there were people confusing it as Arsenal and we needed our own brand.
Yeah, got it.
You know? But there's been other moments. There's been many things over the years, you know, that if I was doing it again, I wouldn't do that. I would do it in a different way. But I've learned from those mistakes. But it's all part of the journey, man. It's all part of the learning.
The toughest journey I've had in business is like talent. It's like when I've nurtured and recruited people, and sometimes they go in competition against me.
You get that.
The big case. And that hurts for that time, but I've learned to say, you know what, they want to do their own journey and I can't begrudge them.
I don't begrudge people. Listen, there's been a lot of people that have come through AFTV and have gone on to have their own channels, successful channels, done well. Yeah. And I don't begrudge any of them because I look on it and say, right, you know what? We played a part in your journey.
Yeah.
If any individual doesn't want to acknowledge that or anything, I know we did, right? And it's cool.
Yeah.
It's cool, right? We played a part, but it's cool. I don't hold it against people. Again, if I use the analogy of football, it's a bit like when you're at a club and, you know, players get sold, innit? Or players decide, you know, Trent Alexander-Arnold, he's done what he's done at Liverpool.
You've got a lot of hate for that. But
he wants a new challenge, right? That's fair enough, play, you know what I mean? So I don't hold it. I'm concentrating on trying to build my thing. Yeah. If you're coming on a journey with me and you're all in, I'll be all in with you. If you then decide that you want to go and do your own thing, that's fair enough, you know what I mean? That's cool, you know what I mean? We'll look for the next talent out there that we can bring through. There's a lot of talented people out there, and you're never going to have that same person forever. You know what I mean? You just have to accept that.
You have to, and you have to move on. And like you said, the thing is, you take your eyes off the prize. If you're focused on someone else, you're focused on their journey, you forget where you're going. And I say it's easier said than done, and experience makes it easier. Because the first one hurts, no doubt.
At first, it hurts.
You feel like you take it personally, don't you?
Yeah, you think to yourself, oh man, I hope that person. But then actually, when you look back on it, you say, no, but actually, good luck to him, man. You know what I mean? Like, you know, we've helped quite a few people.
Yeah.
You know, even people that have, you know, are now on TV. There's a girl called Anita. Remember, she first started out on AFTV. She's like doing brilliantly now on CBS. You know, like one of their top presenters. You know what I mean? So I don't have a problem with helping those journeys. Yeah. As I said, you learn from even business wise.
Yeah.
You know, that's where I've learned some of my biggest. Because as I was saying earlier, as your business starts to grow, you get like everybody's, you know, got advice for you. Everybody knows that, you know what I mean? And you make mistakes. You know what I mean? You take bad advice. You know, there's so many pitfalls out there.
Yeah.
There's so many pitfalls. You can get bad investors. You can get people who like, honestly, like there's people out there who've got money and when they see you coming out, they think to themselves, oh, I could get in here.
Yeah.
I could get in here. This looks, you know what I mean? And so those things you need to learn as well. You need to learn about business.
Yeah.
You need to learn about how to conduct your business in the right way. You know, but I mean, even things like with us, brands at first, they didn't get us.
Yeah.
So that was difficult. Like, you know, we show brands our numbers and stuff out and we're saying, you know, you should be, if you advertise that bottle of water with us, you can sell way more than you're spending loads of money over there.
Yeah.
You spend less with us and get better traction. They just didn't get it because no one had really done it before. They are getting it now.
Yeah.
So now we're attracting a lot more brands because now they're understanding it more. But all those learnings, all those things we had to come through.
Yeah.
You know?
I get it. That's why I created the podcast, The Business Mentor, because like you said, I think the flip side is a lot of the young generation don't know where to go to business.
Yeah.
And I know, if you make that wrong mistake, I have people messaging me about, I've just got made redundant, I've got this much money, I'm going to do this. And I'm like, don't do that. Listen to some of the podcasts. Don't go all in. Don't get wiped out. Because and I know that there were certain times where you feel like, oh, I took a risk too far. And how many people do you know that take that risk and just fall over the wayside? Yeah. So it's important to get that.
Do your research, do your, and also what I say when you're doing business is bring in, if you can afford it. Like I remember, at first when I first started doing my business, it was just me and my business partner. It was just the two of us.
Yeah.
And, I'm doing all the presenting and coming up with all the ideas. Like he's doing all the filming and editing. And but on top of that, we're doing everything. We're doing books, we're doing this, we're doing that. But I, to be honest with you, I ain't got a clue about what I'm doing when it comes to finance. Yeah. I'm not an expert in that field. I'm an expert in my other stuff that I'm doing. I'm not an expert in that. When you start to earn, get the experts.
Definitely.
Because they know what they're doing. That's their game. That's what they understand finance. They can give you advice. Contracts. I made this mistake early.
Oh, yeah.
Right? When I used to get a contract back in the day, right, I was just so pleased that some money's coming in because I'm broke. I was like, we just signed.
Yeah.
But then you start to get stung on a couple of them. You're like, actually, this ain't really working out for me. So we're going to stop.
Yeah.
And someone said, that person who shook hands with you and said to you, no problem, man, don't it?
Yeah.
All of a sudden starts to point out the small print. No, if you read it, if you leave this now, I can sue you for, you're like, what? How's that guy pulled that off, man? You know what I mean? Like, and I thought we were cool.
Yeah.
Right, there ain't no cool.
Business is business.
Business is business, right? So get a lawyer to redo contracts for you. Don't rely on something. A lot of times I remember like people would come with a contract, they'd be like, Robbie's been checked by a solicitor. It's checked.
Yeah.
So, it's checked as a
Yeah.
And then you sign, but then you start to learn, like when I started using my own solicitor now, he said something to me. He said, Robbie, every time a contract's written, he goes, if I write a contract for you, I'm writing it to favor you.
Yes. Yep.
Right? And then you give it to the person, and it's for them to pick out any little bits in it that we can then compromise on. But I'm writing that contract so you can get maximum benefit, and those are how contracts are written.
Yeah.
So you don't just sign a contract.
Yeah.
You've got to get it checked out, and you can't check it out because there's certain jargon and stuff like that lawyers understand that we don't understand.
No, it's true.
Right?
It, man.
There's certain jargon when it comes to accountancy and that
that
I don't know what they're talking about.
Yeah.
Until they sit me down and they walk me through it and explain it. So you have to bring in, once you can afford that, bring in, or if you can't afford it, do your research. Like especially now with so much things you can go online and learn it because you can get caught out badly with.
I know your value as well because a lot of the influencers I work with, the contracts.
That's a big one.
Yeah,
value.
Yeah, and I've been through, I know a lot of influencers with a lot of followers, and they say, Jay, what do you think? Okay, you're getting ripped off. Okay, you can triple that. Oh, no, we can't ask. But you need to know your worth.
In this space that I'm in, you'd have companies sort of say, yeah, Robbie, we got a new, I don't know, let's just say hypothetically, we've got a new shirt coming out.
Right.
Right? We've got a brand new shirt coming
Tottenham
out.
shirt,
right?
yeah.
Well, I wouldn't be able to that's for sure, right? Here's the shirt.
Yeah.
What we want you to do is, could you feature it on 6 videos?
Right.
Right, and what we do is send you free shirts. Right?
That's the old school way.
You'll have some people out there, they'll be like, wow, man, I see some of these influencers all the time, they've got their box and they're opening their shirt and man, this got sent to me by her.
Yeah. They get done, they don't realise.
Yeah, shirt costs £100.
Yeah.
Right? Or, or less, and you got 3 of them, that's £300.
Yeah.
But normally, for one, you might be like, to advertise on my video, you charge £1,000. Right? If you'd have charged them the £3,000 for the free videos, you could have bought 30 shirts.
That's right.
You know what I mean? Why would you? What's free shirts? So what? Me. You don't have to send me nothing.
Yeah.
You just do a contract with me.
I could buy this.
Hey, I'll go buy my own shirts.
Yeah.
I'll buy my own boots. I'll buy my own tickets.
Yeah.
I'll buy. You know what I mean? That's not.
Yeah.
You know. So, but you'll get some.
Yeah.
Influencer get bamboozled by this thing. Again, you have to understand business. That's why bring in the expertise if you can.
You have
if
to.
you can't, obviously, I know a lot of people start off small, one-man band. We did. Do your research.
Yeah. Yeah.
Think about these things. Don't just because the business side of things, trust me, it catches a lot.
Of course.
A lot.
Well, a lot of influencers go bankrupt because they think their money is their money. And I'm like, hold on, you need to put that for that, that for that, that for that. And what about investing for the future?
And investing,
you know what I mean?
Like me, I've always worked with a principle since I've been doing it. To this day, it's still the same with me. Like every time I make money, I'm putting it back in.
Yeah.
So my thing was like, right from the start, I'm like, I want to build a media company.
Yeah.
I don't want it just to be Robbie Lyle. You know, I could quite easily have just sat in my house, make videos, make a living, do really well, and that's it. But I really want to build something that's lasting, a real media company. And for that, I need studios, which we've got now. I need to employ staff.
Yeah.
I need expertise.
Yeah.
I need sales team. I need
proper business.
So, yeah. And then it's getting to the stage now where I'm looking at it and thinking, we need to scale up again now. You know? And for that, it might require investment, or it might require it, but I want the right investment as well.
Yeah,
it's not just, because again, it's not just about money. You want the right partners as well. You want the people who share your vision. So there's a lot to business, man. Like, that's why people should watch podcasts.
There's
like
different
yours.
levels to business, isn't there?
Different levels to it. And that's why people should watch podcasts like yours.
Yeah.
They should watch as much of the business content or read up on it, because it can be a real minefield.
Definitely. And we got those
minefields.
And to just on your business now, AFTV, where are we at with the business? How big's the team now? What are you doing at the moment?
Well, my business now is, I look at it as more than AFTV, because it's GFN Network.
GFN Network, that's the holding
company.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
Yeah, the holding company that, like, everything sits underneath it. AFTV, you know, DR Sports, various other channels. We've got all of our channels across different platforms and other projects that we're doing. We're working on some really serious stuff at the moment. Right, so, you know, staff-wise, we employ about 25 permanent members of staff. And then we've got probably about another 25 non-permanent members of staff out, freelancers and stuff like that. So it's the team has grown a lot over the years, you know? And yeah, it's quite a big operation. We've got studios in North London, got a studio for AFTV, got a studio for DR Sports, got offices there, which, you know, where the social media team work out of, and, you know, it's the sales team work out of. So it's a much bigger operation than when we started, where it was just two people, you know, sort of.
It's proper business now. Like you said, you set the systems up, you got the lessons. And one thing I like is you started getting like expressions. Obviously, Tottenham fan, big up expressions. After watching him sometimes on the live stream, because
that was so annoying, mate. He's a good guy, though. He's a very, very, very talented.
Very talented,
influencer who's doing really well and deserves it, because, again, he works hard. He's unbelievably original and funny. Yeah. You know, and I remember when I approached him about doing, I'd seen him on a couple of things. Like, this guy's, he's brilliant, even though he's Sports Tottenham. And then I approached him about the concept of the show. Yeah. I was like, listen, I'm Arsenal, you're Spurs, best of enemies. We get on, but we're enemies. And he's like, yeah, that's a great idea. And we started doing the show, and the show's just gone from strength to strength.
Yeah, I watched it.
You know? And he's very talented, and we got KG on it as well. Yeah. Again, another really talented guy. And we just got lots of really talented influencers around. Really, they're all so good, you know. So
it's a nice bridge because, you know, growing up back in when we were like growing up, the rivalry between fans was like sometimes toxic, you know. Yeah. You wouldn't even talk to certain fans because of this. Yeah. But I feel like you've bridged the gap, because, you know, like expressions, you know what I mean? You have a bit of banter. Yeah. We can all have a bit of like our football team. You know what I mean?
You've done that. The whole mantra around DR Sports is let's have all the rivalries,
Yeah.
right? But let's have fun,
Yeah.
right? It doesn't have to end up in a war, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It shouldn't end up that way. Let's have fun with it. And that's what we do on the channel. I think, you know, the rivalry is hot.
Yeah.
On the channel. You don't want to lose a game and then
Yeah.
come in on a Monday for the weekend roundup and, you know, you got to face some of the people on there, you know what I mean? It's awful, right?
Yeah.
But it's brilliant. The audience loves it. And that's what we do. We banter with each other. We do that in real life, innit? You know?
Yeah.
You get on the phone to your mate and you know, if you played them and you beat, I'm sure you was on the phone to all your United friends.
Yeah, that's it.
Giving it to them. I'm sure you've been giving it to them all summer.
I've been giving it all summer. We had to give something.
Yeah.
We're 17, but we won the...
Yeah.
Won
So, you know, that's what I try to do with the channel.
Nice. We're coming to the end of the podcast. I appreciate your time. Is there anything that, if you're looking back now, you'd change on the journey, or do you think it all stacks up? Is there anything you look back now?
Nothing, you know what I mean? Make more money.
Make more money. Keep more money. Keep more money.
More money, man.
Yeah.
There are some things like, you know, some errors that I've made. I'm like, if I hadn't made that, I would be doing a lot better now financially.
Yeah.
But then you look on it and say, but then that's maybe that. I'm not going to change nothing because some of those things come at the right time.
Yeah.
Because it's better they come now.
Yeah.
And you've lost money, but it's not going to send you under.
Yeah.
Rather than you've built this big media company now, it's doing really well, then you make that mistake, you lose everything. So I'd rather lose, all of those things were lessons.
Yeah.
That's how I look on it. As I said, I treat it like a journey. So I look on that and say, that's a lesson, that's a lesson, that's a lesson. That person messed me up, that's a lesson. This, I didn't do that right, that's a lesson. I'm not making that mistake twice. So when that situation sometimes comes around again, I'm like, bro, I really, no thanks. No, I don't want that.
You turn a lot of stuff away now.
Yeah, not interested. Or it could be like a storm comes over something.
Yeah.
I've learned to just like pause.
Yeah.
You don't go rushing in, answer this. And, but I'm like, all right, cool, that's happened.
Yeah.
Let me pause and assess the situation before I respond.
Yeah.
And so you learn these things as you know, I've learned a lot of these things the hard way. People don't need to learn it the hard way, actually, because now there's more, you can see a lot of examples.
Yes.
And, you know, but I've learned a lot of these things the hard way, but it's been, you know, but then also I think what we always have to do is think of the positives as well. If I weigh up some of the negative things that have happened to the positives, like the negative stuff is very small.
Yeah.
The positive stuff, like, it's unbelievable. Like, you know, what I've built, traveling around the world. You know, I mean, like, you know, in next week, at the end of next week, I've got to go to Jamaica to do this documentary they're doing on me.
Nice.
Then I come back, then I'm going to Singapore and I'm going to Hong Kong.
Yeah.
With the pre-season tours at Arsenal. Then the season starts. I'm very lucky, very fortunate to be doing these things, you know. So it's amazing, you know what I mean? So why am I going to be focused on the odd negative there and the odd negative? It happens, man. It happens. That's how it happens, man.
The thing is, as humans, we're wide like that because of back in the olden days, you know, when you'd be under a cave and the line. But we're not in that era anymore.
No. Listen, people, honestly, I know these are all cliched things where people say, think positive, but you seriously, you know what I do a lot, that I read in a book and I do a lot, is I write things down.
Yeah.
So like, for instance, wherever I go, now I started writing it down because I started to see a bad habit of mine where I was almost like, I'm doing so much things, right, that I'm forgetting. But it's like, you have to have gratitude for things. So I write, I'll show you, right? So I'll write down every country I go to now. So if I was even to say, let me see if I can find it. All right, so countries I visited in 2024, I'll write that down.
Yeah. Wow.
So in 2024, I went to Qatar, I went to Portugal, Porto and Lisbon, I went to Germany, Munich and Berlin, I went to France, I went to Lons and Paris, I went to Los Angeles, I went to Philadelphia, I went to New York, I went to Dubai 4 times, I went to Ghana, I went to Italy, to Milan, I went to Sierra Leone, and I went to the Netherlands.
You've been to more countries than Robbie Williams. You're touring.
That was in 1 year, right? If I didn't write that down, I'd be quick to forget.
Yeah.
And I'd be like the other day when I was moaning to someone and saying, I ain't even been on holiday yet. And then I was like, actually, I'm very lucky because a lot of people who are going on holiday at the moment are going on holiday for 2-3 weeks, but they've been in the country all year.
Yeah.
All right, so I may not have been on holiday. I'm working, right? But I've enjoyed it. This year, I've already been to Spain, Girona. I went to Amsterdam, Eindhoven. I went to Saudi Arabia. I've been to Spain. I've been to France, in Paris. I went to Kenya. I went to France. I went to Cannes in France. And then, as I said, I'm going to Singapore. I'm going to Jamaica. I'm going to Hong Kong. I'm going to do a thing in Algeria.
Wow.
And then still got all the
passports getting stamped up.
Yeah, so if I don't write, sometimes if you do a lot of things and you don't write those things down, then negative stuff happens. You're moaning about the negative stuff.
Yeah.
Now, what I'll do is I'll take that out and say, just remind myself and say, look at that.
Yeah.
What you've done. And remember the impact you had when you went to those places. So why are you moaning about something negative? You're very fortunate, Robbie.
Yes.
There are people who would kill to be doing these things.
Yeah.
So why it's almost unacceptable for you to be moaning about a little thing. And my health has been good. Yeah. Right? Which is the most important thing.
Because you changed that, didn't you?
I've changed that, but even just in
looking lean, man.
I have changed that, but even just before I changed that, just in general, I weren't sick.
Yeah.
Right? So that's another thing. We just got to be grateful for things sometimes. We like to moan. And then we live in I just find we live in a very negative society. Even like, like yesterday, it was the hottest day of the year.
Yeah.
The way it was reported.
Yeah, I know.
Hottest day of the year, sweltering, people gonna die. Yeah. This, that. No, it's a beautiful day.
We pray for this weather every year.
Yeah, it's the hottest day of the year. That's fantastic. Enjoy it. Enjoy the day, man. Go out, have a drink. Take precautions, but the way, you ever notice how they report things like that? Yeah. It's almost like they're trying to stay in. It's gonna be hot. It's tragic. People gonna die. But no, it's the hottest summer.
But that's mainstream media.
Exactly.
And they're trying to pin it on you, but they're the ones that do it anyway.
And that's it. It's so negative. Yeah. So to me now, I try to live my life, right? I'm focusing on the positives. Yeah. Even there's lots of little things in our lives that are so positive. Yeah. But we always forget about them. We're just like a negative thing comes along, a negative experience.
Yeah, 100%.
And sometimes it's just a tiny little negative experience. Yeah. And we're flipping out over that. Yeah. Some small thing. Yeah. No, I don't. I try not to do that no more.
Yeah, we know. Look, we talked about our personal stories. We know what pain can be.
Yeah, I've had some serious struggles especially over the last 5-6 years that have gone on in the background. I'm focusing on and I'm not even on about AFTV.
No, I know what you're about. Right? We talked about.
But I'm focused on positive stuff, man, because then also. The same way in which we can talk about those things. Let's big up the positives, man.
That's what I love about you.
I just need the Arsenal to win. That's the one positive. That's the one negative. That's getting on my nerves, right? I need to win a league.
I'm buzzing, and I've got a little gift to you then. I'm buzzing because Tottenham won a trophy. That's what I'm buzzing about. Expressions, you know what I'm talking about. We've been in some pain. We'll take anything. We'll take the Europa Cup.
You know the thing is about it, right? As much as it's annoyed the hell out of me seeing him every week celebrating, going with medals, taking a trophy down to the Emirates, all these little stunts he's pulled off, but secretly, I was a little bit happy for him.
We needed that, man.
Because he has gone through, I have to admit, right, over the years, especially from me, he's gone through a lot of pain. Yeah. Because I've given it to him. So, I let him have his moment.
And the season was rubbish. But I want to end with a bit of fun, right? Yeah. So, AI is obviously here now. Right. So what I did, I wanted to pick a XI team of Tottenham and Arsenal, yeah? Right. So I went to ChatGPT, right? Right. So I asked it, so I'm gonna ask you who you think it is, and I'm going to tell you what ChatGPT said, right? So, goalkeeper. So you've got to pick between Tottenham and Arsenal. You can't obviously pick all Arsenal. What would you pick for the goalkeeper of the best ever, goalkeeper between Tottenham and Arsenal?
David Seaman.
No.
Was it gone? Pat Jennings or something?
Pat Jennings. Pat Jennings played for both clubs, legendary figure, over 1,000 games, yeah? Won the FA Cup. This.
Yeah, but Seaman was a better keeper. Pat Jennings was like...
You can't argue that.
Pat Jennings was a legend.
Yeah, but I think he played for both.
I've met him before. And he played for both. And he's one of the few...
1,000 games as well.
One of the few players that played for both and is still liked by both sets of fans.
But he's a nice guy. Like you said,
a very rare thing. You know what I mean?
Especially with Sol Campbell. So
I can see him tomorrow night. Actually.
Sol Campbell?
Yeah, I'm at a function and he's speaking on it.
Really?
With
you met him before?
Yeah, I met him loads of times.
What's he like?
Cool guy, man. Really, really nice guy.
Yeah.
Right. So I'll tell him you said
I was gutted.
I'll tell him you said hello when I see him.
You know when I first watched him? I was at a game in Derby for the reserves. And I went to, back in the days, you wouldn't get a big game, too expensive, you get a reserve game. And I watched him play for Tottenham. He's up front. He was playing up front. And he was like, so huge. Strong.
Yeah, he's huge.
But yeah, listen, I've got a lot of respect for the guy. Obviously, don't like it, he went over, but it is what it is. Right, this will be interesting. Right back. I'll be surprised if you get this. I was surprised with this one. Both teams, remember, not just Arsenal.
Who did you know? Lee Dixon.
Lauren
was a top player as well.
Key pot the Invincibles.
Invincible player.
Tough, smart, consistent, known for his big game mentality.
Yeah.
I was surprised at that.
Fair enough. No, he was brilliant. He's an underrated
What about
player.
Kyle Walker? Do you think he would have gotten that?
No, because he done most of his... He was good at Spurs, but he done his really top work at City, didn't he?
Okay. Centre-back. So, by the way, the formations is 4-3-3. Okay, 4-3-3, yeah? Centre-back, Tony Adams. Yep, got that one.
Tony Adams.
Arsenal, captain, 14 years. No, Sol Campbell.
Tony Adams.
4-3-3 as well, yeah? Another centre-back. Remember, it's mixed. It can't just be Arsenal.
You not got that. Centre-backs.
You can give it a
Go
on.
What's his name? He used to be he was your captain.
Go ahead.
What's his name again? Big, like, no nonsense centre back, your captain. I've forgotten his name now. Remind me his name.
Ledley King.
Oh, Ledley King?
Yeah, Ledley King. Who are you thinking
I wasn't thinking Ledley King. No, there was another older player.
Mabbott.
Gary Mabbott. Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Well, Ledley King, injury held him back, but when fit, he was unbeatable. Even Thierry Henry called him his toughest opponent.
Ledley King in there ahead of Sol Campbell. That chat GPT. That's some.
No, it is chat GPT. Okay, look.
Tottenham GPT. Okay. There ain't no.
Honestly, this is not biased. It's got left back. You'll get this one.
Ashley Cole.
Yeah. Best of his generation. Arsenal invincible, fair, fast.
Player.
Okay, midfield. He's interested.
Vieira.
Midfield. Yeah, Vieira, man. You got these. The ultimate midfield, general warrior, leader, drove Arsenal through the greatest era. Yeah. So it's 4-3-3, so we're looking for 2 more midfielders.
Petit?
Nope.
Fabregas?
Nope.
They're going to put Bergkamp in midfield?
No. It can't be just Arsenal. It's a mixture.
Moussa Dembele for you?
No.
I used to like him. He was good.
You're missing a couple of legends here.
For what you look?
I'm not saying anything. Chat GPT. This is why Robbie loves AI.
Who you got in there then? What's the legends you got?
All right. So Luka Modric.
Fair enough. Yeah, he did most of his best work at Real Madrid.
Did it with trophies at Spurs, but his talent was undeniable. Went on to the Ballon d'Or.
That chat.
Come on.
It's rigged.
Right. And one more. I'll give you a clue.
Luka Modric in there, not Fabregas.
Not Fabregas.
That's rigged.
I'm going to give you another one, but I'll tell you it's a Spurs player. You can't miss this guy's a legend.
It's rigged.
Come on. It's not rigged. I'm telling you. Yeah, I've got the timestamps.
It's rigged, man. A Tottenham.
You give up?
You've got, out of the midfield, you've got 2 Tottenham players in that midfield.
You agree that Luka Modric...
No, I don't agree. Okay, no, I don't, because he's done his best work. He's done his best work.
Yeah.
At Real Madrid.
Ballon d'Or, but we trained him. Yeah? He's from our academy.
That chat GPT's
Who you got? Go on, one more.
Another Tottenham player.
Yeah. Paul Gascoigne.
Oh, fair.
Yeah?
Fair.
We're good with that, yeah? Paul Gascoigne.
Yeah, I forgot about that.
Magician.
Although, again, was he there long enough, like...
But if
he didn't win nothing or anything. Okay. Yeah, he was a musician.
Let me ask you a question.
Fabregas should be in there ahead of him.
If you had Paul Gascoigne at his peak, yeah, available to Arsenal, would you not play?
Yeah, I would. But then we had Cesc Fabregas when he was unbelievable.
But Gaza on his peak.
Manu Petit.
The semi-final, the goal.
Yeah, that one goal. But
you put Gaza in, wouldn't you? You put Gaza in, come on. You put Gaza in.
Sure, you know.
You put Fabregas over Paul Gascoigne.
Yeah. Just because
in his peak.
Because of the levels that he did it at over a long period of time. All right, I'll have Gascoigne.
Okay.
Right. Modric's done his best work.
Who would you have instead?
Fabregas. Should be in there.
Okay. All right, fair play.
He should be in there some.
Okay, so you're looking at the next one. Okay,
right.
So you've got 3 up front.
3 up front. Thierry Henry.
Right wing.
Pires.
No.
Bergkamp.
No. It's a Tottenham player.
No, it's rigged.
No, seriously.
Rigged.
Robbie,
rigged.
Listen, I'm not aware this was done
rigged.
with no rigging.
Rigged.
All right, I'll tell you this, Gareth Bale.
Again, he did his best work.
Gareth Bale was the best Premier League player for about 3-4 years. Come on.
No, but he took ages to get going, didn't he?
Yeah, it doesn't matter. But at the end,
he took ages to get going, and then he was good for.
So who would you put?
He was good for 2 years.
Okay, who would you put instead of? Okay, instead of Bale, who would you put?
Is it Robert Pires? Invincible.
I think that's tough.
Unbelievable
I like
player. More consistent than Bale. Right on the left-hand side.
Okay.
That's got to be, I guess, Thierry Henry, and down the middle, Harry Kane.
Yeah, got them too.
Yeah.
So you're good with Harry Kane then, yeah?
Yeah, Kane gets there. Because he did it over a long period of time. He's consistent. He scored goals, you know.
So out of these one, you go for Pat Jennings. Pat Jennings is good.
I didn't just try and put Son in there somewhere, you know what I mean?
No.
I know that.
No. ChatGPT did it. You got Jennings, Lauren, Tony Adams, Ledley King, Ashley Cole, Vieira, Modric, Paul Gascoigne, Gareth Bale, and Thierry Henry. What a team.
That's not
Harry Kane up front. And guess who's on the bench? Here's your boys. Dennis Bergkamp on the bench.
On the bench. Yeah,
Sol Campbell on the bench. So Dennis Bergkamp could easily replace Modric or Kane based on his style. Sol Campbell, controversial but elite, played for both. He's on the bench. David Ginola.
See?
Fair play.
Controversial.
Yeah, we got some more.
I look at his wife now. Controversial, right? See? It's TI. Right? Tottenham intelligence, not artificial intelligence.
We got Cesc Fabregas. And do you know where I think it might be fraud? They put Hugo Lloris in there. Hugo
Lloris.
Martin Odegaard. But listen,
that ChatGPT.
So what Robbie's saying is, I did not put in there, put it as a Tottenham fan. I just put it out.
Yeah, you put something in there. As a Tottenham fan, do an 11 for me or something like that. That I could.
We were awesome, but there's good players there. Some good players.
There's some good players there.
Robbie, man, I want to thank you for your time, man. You're just a legend.
Thank you very much.
That's what I like about you. Humble, you come across well. I want to give you something. Like,
if it's a Tottenham show.
No. Listen. I want to give you something.
After that?
No. I want to give you something, right?
All right.
Obviously, I know as an Arsenal fan, you know, you struggled this year, but it's just a little something.
I know this is about something bad.
No, it's not. Right, it's not.
I'll tell
So what we did, come on, can we put it around you? Come on.
You must be joking.
Come on. So this is a trophy that was only in North London, and that is Tottenham Hotspur. Robbie, come on, you got to take it.
No, I don't want that.
Come on.
Right? You see all that stuff he spoke about?
Expressions. It's here for you, mate. They don't want any trophies.
All that stuff he spoke about me being nice and humble and that's about to go out the window.
You know, I left out the end. I wasn't going to give it to the start, but
listen.
That's all good.
Well done. You won. I mean, are you going to be able to repeat that next year now in the Champions League? Because it's a little bit different.
Yeah.
Playing PSG in the semi-final, like what we had to do to Bodo Glimt.
I'll be totally honest with you.
You've got no chance.
I'm a bit
Actually,
concerned.
you're playing PSG soon.
Yeah, that's going to be... I'll be honest with you, at the moment, Eze was supposed to come to Spurs, and now Arsenal.
Do you
reckon he'll take it?
I'd love him. I think he's a great player. I'll tell you, you get Kudus. He's a good player.
See, I don't know. Tottenham have got a good squad, right? Last year, on paper,
17.
Our first 11 on paper are good. Our first 11. Think about it. If you put that team...
You know what, right? It is a good team, but the competition now in the Premier League, especially at the top, is so, Villa got a great start in 11.
Right.
Yeah, Villa good. We already know Liverpool, City, Arsenal 11s are good. Newcastle have got a great start in 11. Have you got a better starting 11 than Newcastle? Have you got a better starting 11 than Villa? You know what I mean? So
no, it's tough. But then again, Arsenal, you guys need
you
need a couple of strikers.
We need to spend, and we need to spend big and bringing some really good reinforcement, because look what Liverpool have done, look what City have done, look what other teams are going to do. You know what I mean? And other teams have already, like Newcastle, they've already got Isak and players like that.
Yeah.
Your players will be more fitter this year. They had a lot of injuries last year.
But we've got Champions League, so...
it's going to be a very tough season again.
Who are you wishing for? Players? Anyone on your list?
I'd like to get Eze. I like him. I'd like Gyökeres.
Right.
If it's Sesko, it's Sesko, but my first choice would be Gyökeres as a striker.
Yeah.
I'd love to get Rodrigo.
Who's that midfielder
Rodrigo,
you guys bought? You bought a good Spanish one.
Zubimendi's coming in. Yeah, that's a really good sign.
They signed him. Done.
Signed, yeah, done.
Yeah, he's a good player.
Yeah, good signing. So
we shall see. We'll look out for the London derbies, and I'm sure Robbie's going to avoid me when we do you over.
All right, we'll see.
Thank you so much. Appreciate your time.
So thank you for watching that video. If you want to see other videos and great guests, make sure you subscribe and like the video. So you can now head over to my website where you can see a bit of my story of building and scaling my businesses, and also all the free resources and tools which you can help you on your journey in your brand and your business. You can also subscribe on the podcast, so you can check on iTunes, Spotify and other locations where you can find the podcast. And I look forward to catching you very soon. Thank you.